In the autumn of 1976, in Sleepy Hollow, a forgotten well stood behind the abandoned Van Olen orchard. It was built from old fieldstone, capped with a warped wooden lid that never seemed to sit right. Teenagers treated it like a dare, but older residents avoided even looking at it. They said the ground back there had always been wrong. Daniel Mercer, 16, found the well while cutting through the orchard at dusk. The lid was slightly open. A cold draft slipped out, carrying a metallic smell like rust in deep water. Curious, he dropped a pebble inside. There was no splash, no echolalia silence so complete it felt solid. That night, Daniel sat upright in bed, eyes wide open, whispering, "It's still thirsty." Within days, several homes along the southern edge of town lost water pressure. Faucets spat mud. Wells that had worked for decades ran dry overnight. Officials blamed old pipes and a dry summer. But Mrs. Dunley, who had lived there since the 1920s, said it had happened once before. In 1891, a farmhand disappeared near that same orchard. Afterward, her grandfather had sealed the well with heavy boards and iron nails. Daniel grew pale and distant. He stopped eating and wandered out after midnight, always toward the orchard. Neighbors reported hearing a slow, damp breathing through their open windows. Sheriff Collins followed him one night under a low October moon. Daniel stood at the well, hands resting on the stone ridge, as if listening to someone speaking from below. "It gives water," Daniel said quietly, his voice steady but empty. "It takes something back." The sheriff shone his flashlight into the darkness. The beam vanished before touching the bottom, and something shifted slow, heavy, like a body turning in thick mud. The ground trembled faintly. At that same moment, pumps across town roared back to life, water rushing clear and strong through pipes that had been dry for days. By morning, the town council ordered the well filled with concrete, calling it a safety hazard. Daniel was found at the edge of the woods, alive but hollow, his stare fixed on nothing. He never spoke. Again, water returned to every home in Sleepy Hollow, cold and abundant. Yet as October deepened, thin cracks spread across the concrete cap, and sometimes, if you stand very still behind the orchard at night, you can hear something below shifting patiently, as if waiting for the balance to tip once more.